Hello once again, internet, and welcome back to a not so daily, actually it's been quite daily lately, but not so daily internet video capsule when I've got something to rant, rave or generally talk about. And I think today is going to be generally talk about the fact that I've had a long weekend off. The weather has been horrible and I've been trying to enjoy my long weekend, and to be honest it's recharged my batteries, and I think I'm getting back to good again. This is the last day of my long weekend, and tonight I've got to go to bed at 9 o'clock because I've got to be up at 5 in the morning in order to get in on time. I'm not really looking forward to it, but then again I'm looking forward to it. It's the getting up bit. The getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work. Now I know a lot of people do that anyway, normally in their lives or in everyday lives, and I know that, but yeah, my body's not accustomed to getting up that early in the morning, and it is gonna suck. Oh my god, it's gonna suck, and I know it's gonna suck. I gotta go to bed at 9. I'm not gonna be able to get to sleep. Probably going to end up having 4 hours sleep, strolling into work, yawning on the phones, and it's going to be awful. And I tell you what, the next day after that's not going to be any better, because I leave at 7. By the time I get home I've got an hour and I've got to go to bed again. That's the problem, and it's because of the buses. It's because they're not regular enough. I basically have to get on the first bus to leave. I have to get on the first bus that leaves Barry to go to Cardiff. I got to get on the first one. I know that it's a long distance to Cardiff, and also the X91, I looked at that as well, and that would get me in too late, because apparently I have to be in 15 minutes early to log into the system to make sure everything's working hunky-dory, and I got the levels of my microphone right, and the levels of my headset right, and just set everything up, and then once that's done I can go and sit in the break hall. I don't have to start until 8:30, which is good, so I can relax a little bit before we start. But I am going to be in really early. It's as simple as that. Oh, I'm finding it hard to breathe now. I've had this cold. It's lasted for about 2 weeks now. And you think it's getting better, and then all of a sudden something rears its ugly head, like my nose blocks, or I find it hard to breathe, or I'm coughing, just stuff like that. It's really awful, and I've had to work through that. I suppose my real gripe is the fact that I've been working now for 2 weeks and I still haven't got paid. And I know that I started before, the pay dates cut off and all that rubbish, which means that I had to wait till the next payday from that before I was able to get any money. And I'm thinking to myself, if I didn't have my parents, would I have been able to even exist, right, after being on the dole for so long? Would I even have been able to exist or lived long enough to bridge that gap between working and not working? Between like not working and working. The gap is too big. There would have been no money. I would have had no food. I wouldn't have been able to pay my rent. I wouldn't have been able to pay any bills. if it wasn't for my parents, a lot of my services would have shut down. You know, I'd have no Netflix, which is not a necessity, but I'd have no food. I wouldn't have a roof over my head. You know, I wouldn't be able to pay my rent, so I'd be turfed out. And then, I mean, that's generally the problem, isn't it? Mostly not thought about, you know. Maybe that's why people don't want to take up work so readily anymore. It's because the gap, you know, between having money and not having money is just too large. You know? I mean, it's alright for me, but for other people it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be, would it? Okay, so when I do get back to work on Tuesday, I said I'm going live on the phones, and that's true. I'm going to have to work 4 days before a day off, but to be honest, that's normal, and that's alright. I'm working Sunday this week, but what I've noticed is that the Sunday shift, late nights, is just the same as working weekdays late nights. The bus leaves pretty much the same time, except 5 minutes earlier, and I'm usually there like way before time, waiting for it. So in a way, getting the bus home on a Sunday is better than getting the bus home in the weekdays, which is weird, if I'm going to be honest. It is well weird. God, I just wish. There's no way I can go back in time, but if I could, I'd go back in time and punch myself in the face to stop myself from taking that first drag on a cigarette. Because that entire time smoking has caused it so that sometimes I'm just totally out of breath and I can't get my breath, and it's not asthma, it's I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's well annoying. It just feels like I can't get enough oxygen, and I know it's to do with smoking. I just wish I'd never started. Okay, so when I actually start getting some money in, I mean regular money, I've decided that I'm going to learn to drive. This is going to make my life a whole lot easier if I've got a car. Not money-wise, but time-wise, and to be honest, because money's not really something that I crave, and I don't smoke anymore, and I hardly drink, so I've always got money. Actually, having a car might be a good thing, but it also means that I got to make sure that I don't take my car everywhere. You know, even though I can, I shouldn't. Only on long distances. When I would have normally have taken a bus, will I take a car? Otherwise, I'll just walk, I think, from now. I mean, say I was going to Mike's from my house. It's not that far. I'd walk, you know. But I'd take a car if I was, say, going to Cardiff or, you know, when I'd take a bus. And I have to make that as a conscious decision, because otherwise, it ain't gonna, I tell you what, it ain't gonna be good for me. Okay, breathing's getting a little bit better now as I'm on my walk. I'm not sure how long this vlog has been now. I've just been basically just generally talking about like work and stuff. I suppose it's the only thing that's happening in my life, really. I mean, there's some really great positive things that are going to become of work, and some rather horrible negative ones. But in the long run, it all balances itself out. And in the long run, also, I have to remember that the reason I'm doing this in the first place is so that I can secure for my retirement, should it come along, and if not, at least have some money aside to pay for my funeral so no one else has to. It's really depressing, but it's the truth. I suppose that brings me to the end of what I wanted to talk about, which is not much, considering, well, to be honest, there's not much happening in my life, other than the fact that recently I did release my first a review video of The Room, just to see or gauge responses to it. So far, not many views on it. It seems like my vlogs are the most watched thing. I tried, and I'm still going to try to bring content that's going to bring viewers, but it's really down to you guys. I mean, if you like my videos, without your sharing and your commenting and stuff, I won't rise to the top of the YouTube ranks, because I won't be the first video that's seen. Is that a... Oh, for a moment then I thought that was a bird of prey. No, it's a pigeon. Okay, so like I said, without your help, I won't be able to rise to the top of the search engines. No one's going to see my videos. Without you, the people who will watch my videos, if you don't tell your friends about me. No, only if you like my videos, of course, because if you don't like my videos, then there's no point, is there? But if you like my videos, and you're coming back for more, tell your friends about me, and tell them to tell their friends about me, and just generally help me out, guys, because, you know, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. I mean, I've always wanted to do this. This is what I wanted to do for whole my life, was entertain people, and if I don't get that, I can't do it, can I? So anyway, I'm going to leave you guys there. And if you've listened to my rant, well, that's not a rant, more of a discussion, more of a talk. If you enjoyed my talk, then, you know, thanks for watching. Give me some thumbs up love. You know, share with your friends. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys next time. Oh, PPS. Is there anything you'd like me to review? If so, post in the comments.